That's easy. All right. How you guys doing?
Oh, it's working now. No, it's not working. I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry. There you are. I have a hard time changing platforms.
Well, it's something you might want to get used to. This is about 1/3 the price of StreamYard.
I know. We had this conversation like 6 months ago, and I did it, and everybody bitched at me about it. Excuse my language. And said, "Oh, you can't have this. You got to go like the other way." And then Baker does it now. Now you're here doing it. I'm sitting here going, "Okay, well, in the meantime, I paid for 2 months of StreamYards and 2 months of Streamlabs. Did anybody care about me? No. Hey, how you guys doing?"
Hey, Willis.
Bears, man. I need some gummies. Nerds.
So you guys that's an additional platform to stream. You guys pay for that monthly, huh?
This one I did a yearly on. It's only like $8.99 a year or a month or something like that if you do it yearly. And man,
he's successful. He has enough disposable income.
I do not have enough disposable income, but
for a full year's worth of bill paying, man, you're in a separate tax bracket than I am.
My thing blurry. It's weird. It's on my phone.
It could be just on the phone. That sometimes it does all kinds of funky stuff. Let me see. Well, it also could be your settings. If you look on your camera settings, you might want to check and see what the settings are on. Yeah, the chat. See, chat's rolling in right there at the bottom.
What's that little box over there in my corner? Like right over here.
Oh, that is my logo. I can move it. See?
Yeah,
see? It's just a logo. I don't know what happened with it. This thing does some funky stuff.
Instead of a logo, it's where you keep your dreams. It's empty.
Yes, my dreams are empty. Yeah, Travis. So down there, you'll see something that says stop video, but there's a little arrow next to it. If you click on that, you can change the resolution on it. The little arrow.
It says stop and then more and then mute.
Where it says stop video, right next to it, there's a little drop down arrow. And you click on that.
I'm on my phone though. I'm not on a computer, so would that make a difference?
Yeah, it could be. That could be why.
That's probably why. Because it just says more, and hold on, see what more does.
Let's see. I can hide you like that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Video settings, and then.
Willis, how much prettier do you want to look? Because I've
got to keep up with you, dude.
Dude, I'm not.
That's gonna be a hard deal.
I ain't got no testosterone, man. You're over there. It's oozing out of your pores. I mean, look at you, man. I'm not allowed to wear a cutoff shirt, and I'm definitely not allowed to sit on the yard. So you are, you're the man, literally. I feel weird now saying that. I wish Valhalla was here. He usually says things like that.
He usually says smart things. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's things that are uncomfortably homo stuff. Same sexual orientation. Anyway.
Well, go ahead.
How's the weather down there, Willis? You're wearing a tank top. It's 60 here.
And board shorts.
Boy shorts? Oh, board shorts.
Board shorts. Yeah. Actually, we're going to the river after this. So, yeah.
Okay. So, why? Here's why I say this. I lived in Florida for 2 years, and I had no interest whatsoever in going any body of water there.
Why? You're scared of the gators?
No, I'm not scared of gators. I just don't like the idea of being eaten.
True.
I mean, gators are cool. They're like, oh, look, man, there's a gator. My wife doesn't like me around gators because I'm fascinated by them. I hate snakes, but gators just amaze me. And she thinks like I'm going to end up like trying to pet one. And so, but I don't. Besides that, I don't swim. Like I'm not like a. I swim. I know how to swim. I doggy paddle a lot. Breaststroke.
As long as you stay above water.
Hey, I'm still breathing.
That's it.
Of course, I sit on the side of the pool and work at my tan.
Well, I mean, see, I've got a diving certification, so I've got no problem with going deep. So that doesn't bother me.
How
diving
deep in the ocean do you go, Shizzy? Like I've never asked you that. I never thought about it.
I get freak out.
Really? It feels like you're hardly, there's like nothing around you. It's like big open space. 60 meters.
Well, I mean, I'm more so because you got to be careful, like trying to swim up. Because next thing you know, if you just start panicking, you can't like just swim to the top real quick. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I
that's
mean,
something like you get the bends or whatever they call that.
well, yeah. I mean, you basically what happens is you get too much nitrogen in your system whenever you come up too fast. So you have rest stops that you take on your way back up. Like going down isn't a big deal. It's whenever you start coming back up that you have to, you do it in smaller sections depending on how deep you go. And then the last one is about 20 meters down. You're basically making a rest and you're just sort of hanging out there. And you do that for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then you just come all the way back up to the top. It's pretty easy.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to. I mean, the cave diving stuff, that's a little bit kind of scary. Like, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to. I just want to do it the right way.
No, I wouldn't do cave dive. That's not my jam. Cave diving is no
spelunking.
No. That would make me very, very claustrophobic. I like don't put me in any caves or, I mean, I spent my time whenever I worked pipeline construction crawling inside of like a 20-inch pipe and fixing like the cement inside of it. But I wouldn't, not at this age. I wouldn't do it. Plus I don't think my stomach would fit in there anymore.
Like East Tennessee, we've got a lot of sandstone, and there's a lot of like caves and stuff, especially the further east you go. White Rabbit, the house that she grew up in, you wouldn't think about it. Just, I mean, it's a great house. Built new. It was like a family member was a contractor. I mean, this thing's solid. It's quiet. I think like you could hear the paint drying, from like the original coat. It was so quiet, and then all of a sudden you'd hear a boom. It's like, what the heck is that? Like they're doing like underground bomb testing or something. And she's like, oh, that's the caves. Yeah, we haven't heard that in a long time. And I'm like, you have caves under here? Were you Batman? I'm not that wasn't a selling point to me. I was like, can we go back upstairs? I feel safer, closer to the sunlight. So tell me about your helmet there. Where'd you get all that stuff?
No, this is actually
very down when I said that. I don't mean that. I'm very envious. I'll tell you that right now. If it is,
dude, this helmet was from Jeremy's unit. One of the units he found the prepper. But I brought it home to mess with it, get to see if I get the optics to work, and I got the thermal vision and night vision. And I started looking this stuff up online as far as like if you bought it over retail. This is like over almost $7,000 for this helmet, the way it is.
Obviously, that's why I asked about it.
But it's gnarly. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I never used night vision before, but like at nighttime, I could pop them down. I could see the night vision over the night vision and everything. You see everything like green. Then you got the thermal vision, which you see all the heated, everything that's heated up. It's like, it's intense, man. It's pretty cool. But I got a buddy that's a chief at the fire department. He's special forces and has people that are into that stuff. So I was going to get him. I talked to him a little bit about it. He said he needed to like inspect the optics and stuff, but he says it shouldn't be too hard finding some people that would be willing to give what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you put up for $1 auction, that thing goes off for like $25. Somebody got to steal.
Yeah.
But I'll honestly, that thing's heavy. It's like it's legit. It's like it's ballistic. It's a ballistic helmet. The helmet. So it was this one retail is thermal. Yeah, $29.99. Like $3,000 for this thing. This is like $2,200, and that doesn't include the mount here, which I'm sure that's easy, a couple $100. And just the helmet without the ear, without the radio unit, the low end was like $1,500 and some odd dollars. And that's if it was the low end one, but like it was crazy, man. I was like, wow. But anyhow, it'd be offered to
and
my
that's how
buddy.
We got Bin Laden. That's how you need to end that, and that's how we got Bin Laden.
Dude,
because that's what that was the. I mean, they went in like that. You may. I wouldn't. Maybe we after the stream remind me to say something to you about that.
Oh man, I just saw somebody here in chat saying that they have a birthday. It is Deb in Michigan. Well, Deb in Michigan, happy birthday to you. And I do have a little and I don't know if it works, but we'll find out. Is that working? Yeah. Can you hear it? That's so weird.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Happy
What's happening in Minnesota, Michigan might become a U.S. state. There you go, Debbie.
Happy birthday. It is your day. Happy birthday to you.
That groove show right there.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Zach and currently Prince of Wales says that he is Crocodile Dundee of sand sharks.
Oh,
Yeah,
sand sharks, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've swam with sharks. I swam with nurse sharks, and there was some tiger sharks whenever we were in Belize. The tiger sharks, they most of the sharks didn't really mess with you. They would just sort of swim around and do their thing. I mean, they're just pretty chill.
Yeah.
We swam with manatees in, what is that, Cedar Key, I think.
Those things will mess up Australians. No, not manatees. What's those things?
Manatees?
Stingrays.
No.
Yeah, manatees. No, I have a friend of mine. He got bit by a manatee.
No, I'm talking about sea cows.
No, I have another friend of mine that dated one.
Yeah, well, and I've been chewed on by one of the sea cows.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. Yeah, because the little babies, they'll come up, the adults, they just sort of rise and then they'll take a breath of air and then sink back down and sleep. And the little babies, this was right after the hurricane, so the water wasn't very clear. And then the little babies will come up on you and they'll start nibbling on your suit. They said, don't engage in them, but if they come up to you, just sit still and they'll just do their thing and check you out and move on, go somewhere else.
That was the advice Cousin Eddie gave to Clark in Christmas Vacation. He's got a little bit of a Mississippi lake out there. Best thing to do is if he starts going at you, just let him finish.
so
you sit there still.
Oh, he hit the wrong key. Doggone it.
I know. I was going to ask the only.
It happens.
I have one question for. It's not really.
There we go. Yeah, he just hit the wrong key. That's all.
Like
it happens.
Pro that we all know you are, because this is very important. I have a very important thing. I thought it was going to be a question. I'm saying it to you like this because I don't want you to jump off again. It was going to be a question. Maybe it is. However you take it, but it's more of a statement, a mission of fact. Is the most exciting thing for you being here is that you found out that you have to pay attention to T42 in the chat and always say hi to her. And if I got her phone number, you would call her and wish her a happy Monday. She's a huge fan of yours, man. And I just embarrassed her to death. She loves you so much. I know more stories about Willis. I'm like, I kept for the first 6 months. I'm like, who is this guy again? And she knows everything, man. I know about your dad and the kung fu or black belting. I think every tattoo, I've heard the stories of each one of them. Also, I just want you to know, man, she absolutely adores you. And it would be a shame if you didn't know that, because she's Shizzy awesome. Knows her. We all went to Dollywood together, and she is one of the greatest people. It's like, whoa, how did I meet this random person? And I like to uncomfortably put people in the same atmosphere together.
Right. No. It's funny because I asked her. I said I used to call her T for two, like T for two, like T for two people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was like, where did you get your name? Did people how did that happen? And she's like, experts started calling me T42. And I was like, oh, because I always thought it was like T42, like having a cup of tea for two.
Yeah, and the whole name is actually T42 sex.
Yeah. When Google messed up their stuff and they did, instead of your stage name, they put your full name that you signed in as.
Yeah.
It's S3X. And we're like, oh.
So it's T42 sex.
So she's sitting over there with that sweet little, grandmother look, and that's how she signed up to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
She heard about OnlyFans and got confused with YouTube. We'll just say
well, it happens.
And is this stupid stuff.
Well, an expert had asked me at one point in time, he was like, I really want to ask Willis how he ended up in Otter Creek, like how he ended up here. And I was like,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, I don't live there. I live in Trenton, which that's one of the big things that John Malone was like, oh, he doesn't even live there. But honestly, the way it all started off, mine and Jeremy's relationship, we talked about it before, was my daughter, she dates Josh, which is Tina and Brian's son. And they had a YouTuber move in and he needed some work done. And it was back when the world shut down, right? And so like my job was entertainment. So I traveled around the world doing performance shows, and then we did, the VIP stuff. And so like all entertainment shut down. So therefore my life went to construction, whatever jobs I could pick up. And he needed
it's really hard to get a job as a Chippendale dancer outside of the entertainment business.
Especially if you're not that good at the wiggle. You know what I mean? But
you got the wiggles from him.
So that's what I did. So I did some work for him, and then he said, you should start a YouTube channel. And then that's how our friendship started. And then it just kind of grew from there. And then, I got more and more subscribers and just goofing off, and just that I got to the point where I could just make videos of whatever I'm doing each day and like make that a job. And so, and that's how it becomes. So that now it's like now Tubetown 2.0, the memorial for the memorial that never was. Like there's so much stuff there that I could go and just film just me being a goofball that people like, and they like that more than my regular like going to work at the track. But but I'm able to make it work, I should say.
So do you own the track? Is that right?
No, I wish. Actually, one of my biggest YouTube fans actually owns the property that the track's on, Miss Ann. And it's funny because I never knew that. But it's owned. Half the track is owned by Miss Ann, the other half's owned by a sand mine. So we just lease. Oh, I don't, but the guy who has the lease leases it. And basically I just kind of the everything guy, you know what I mean? Just everything needs to be done there.
They need it mowed, you do that. They need more dirt, you do that. Whatever it is, run a dozer.
They need an announcer. They need a freestyle show. Like they need toilet paper in the restrooms. Like there's no job too big or too little, but that's what they know. Like there's not really much out there that I can't do. Not being like egotistical. It's just that I like being able to do that. Like if I got to go run staging, if staging get caught up behind, because it's really it's a numbers game. Especially when you do the big event, you have to figure out, okay, how many motos we have, how long each moto's taken, compensate for injuries, compensate for broken bikes. Then you got to times that by the day. And if you have 25 motos, they're each running 15 minutes. Well, you're going to be there till 9 o'clock at night. You got to, so therefore you got to make sure your staging running cleanly. You got to make sure the guys dropping the gates running clean. It's a well-oiled operation, but that's where, I can do, if anything pops up, if somebody doesn't show up or something happens, I know it well enough that I can get out there and do pretty much anything that needs to be done.
So do you
is that part of it? Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Say that again.
You say you do everything, and I just immediately thought of rodeo clown. Do you do rodeo clowning by any chance?
Hey, dude, you know what? So
I know it sounds stupid, but I went to law school with a rodeo clown that ended up becoming a county attorney. And it was so fascinating when it was like, he does everything. I was like, what?
Dude, rodeo clowns are rock and roll, man. And that's just it. You have to be able to get out. So that's the thing. You have to get out in front of the whole audience of people, and you have to entertain them. And there's so many, like, for example, you speak of rodeos. I'll turn you guys on to an awesome show. It's called Bullfights and Dirt Bikes that I put on. This was years ago. But you have different types of bullfighters, or rodeo clowns. Rodeo clown is the entertainer for the rodeo. At the same time, he'll get out there and keep the bulls off the riders and whatnot. But you have skits, you have different things. And so therefore when we do our shows, I'd have different skits in my show. I get out there and like I was never the best rider. I was a guy who ran everything and pretty much made it like the entertainment aspect of it, I guess, if you will. And so therefore you get out there and you build the show up. You have to be an entertainer. Like sometimes you screw up, and this has happened to me. We'd be on tour and we'd in the city every other night. And next day you're like, "What's up, Mississippi?" And you realize
You're in
Louisiana.
Alabama.
You know what I mean? And so therefore, you pick up and you make fun of it. Sometimes you play the wrong song and the lyrics, wrong lyrics come out, and you got to just. People are human, you know what I mean? But you just got to be an entertainer. You just got to. I mean, any one of us could do it. You're just a goofball. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You got to have fun.
So you and Shizzy have been professional entertainers, and I've talked to Shizzy a lot. It's believe it or not, Chad. I know you're thinking it has been a blessing to talk to Shizzy a lot, even a lot, little bits and lots of bits.
Little bit.
But it's because I know Shizzy's answer. But for this, but Willis, do you being that entertainer background, right? And then all of a sudden it's like you looked at your phone, you're like, really, there's people on here being idiots wearing sunglasses. Like I can do that. I mean, I'm a pro. What's the difference for you? Like, were you ever, did you have that stage fright thing or anything like that coming into doing a YouTube?
No, I mean,
Of course,
pretty
you have
much
a good group of people surrounding you. I mean, you have, your whole community is rock star, sizes. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything. You still got to get there and perform.
Still got to get what?
You still have to get up there and perform. And that's why I was wondering, because some people they're great until you hit that live button and then they just stop and they stare at the screen. Shizzy's seen that a million times. Where it's like, or they get lost in the chat and they can't talk.
No, for me it's different. Like Julie will say, the wife will say it all the time. Like, if there's a microphone around, somehow I'm gonna gravitate towards it because, I've been an MC for my shows all my life. I've been a professional announcer in front of 100,000 people in the middle of the stadium. So it's like, therefore, I don't know. I just like having fun and just entertaining people just by being a good person, I guess. You know what I mean? But and it's all like whatever happens. Like I remember one time they didn't have an MC show up. We were doing a show at a motorcycle rally in Panama City Beach. They have like all these different motorcycle games where they run around and they freeze this shirt in a knot and it's ice frozen. They got to untie it and then run across, and the couples do it and the first one to do it wins or something. And so I just kind of like go off of, I don't know, what do you call it? Freestyle or whatever. Like I just started announcing what's happening. Right. And so the guys sitting there beating the thing on the ground, trying to get it. And I just started coming up with just the randomest things, beat it like she beat you, just coming up with just the silliest stuff, I mean? And the crowd starts laughing and you start thriving off of it. And there's really no rhyme, reason, or skit. You just kind of just go with the flow and have fun with it. And that's kind of what I've always been. I never really had a format, if you will, but it's always a freestyle. It's just, let's just run with it.
YouTube, you have this audience they're there every night. It's not like Shizzy was a band, right? So like you unless you got a crazy groupie, you're in a different town every night. You have different faces and stuff like that. YouTube, like for me, we're gonna pick. This is the pick on T42 show. So if T42 wasn't in the chat, I'd be like, where's T at? I would start to worry about her. And that's why and I'm just asking because I don't understand. It's not that it's not a hard concept to understand. I just like to know how your experience is from doing that switch over. I think Shizzy, we talked about this stuff for a long time, and he was just like, you just have to, just to stay focused. And it's like the hardest thing for anybody is when you realize that your cell phone is now carrying your business in your front pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me like me. I'm always a pet peever. I'm like, I hate when I see other channels just destroy themselves because there's all this work, there's all this talent out there, and then I'm like, it's a business, y'all. It's a business. But at the same time, though, we also have relationships with people and stuff. And I don't know. I guess what I'm asking is, I'm thinking mostly you were a traveler, and then now you pick up the thing. You're like, hey, this is me. Was that? I mean, did you have to be like, okay, I'm not gonna be riding a bike around here. All right, where's the weed eater at? Because evidently that weed eating, when you fast forward it, that is a huge hit. That's a huge hit in the 42 household.
It's funny. It's really funny. People love it. Honestly, man, I don't really have no. It's just me 100%. Like whatever I do, like I just kind of just pretend like the people are there. You know what I mean? I guess when I say like I'm with them, they're with me. So it's just kind of like my shows, except there are people there. That's one thing about it. The way you don't freeze up or sometimes it works out good. I did it for so long, it was pretty easy, but you don't focus in on any one person when you're talking to a crowd. You know what I mean? Because then that can throw you off. You know, you just gotta look at them blindly, you know, not blindly, but like just in a blur. You know what I mean? I'm talking.
I like that you said that because I was going to say, you know what he does, Shiz? Is like he works the room. He works the crowd. You know, that's
exactly.
Like you said, you know, you say, oh, it's great to be here in Mississippi. And you find out you're in Arkansas.
Arkansas, exactly.
You know, it's not a good thing.
Well, and something I was curious because this was sort of like so you've got you do all this stuff for like the track and stuff. Do you have somebody that you're training to basically take your place whenever you can't be there?
No, because that track is it's basically we have the largest motocross amateur motocross race in the world. That's in November or December or November, right? And then we have this series we're doing now, which we had a race last weekend and then a race next weekend, and then it's pretty much shut down until the national qualifier, which is until July. So it's not an every week thing. So pretty much,
gotcha.
I'll be back at the track next week, and then after that, I'll probably follow up with cleaning things up, and then it'll be kind of set to the side. And I'll be focused on trying to get watch hours down because I'm at that teeter-totter. You know, the teeter-totter that once before, but now I'm at the teeter-totter again, where when I go to the track, you know, obviously like yesterday's video, you know what I mean? With the whole situation, you know, I mean, people are just all into that, so it gets good. But if I go to the track and do one, I'll get like a 10th of views compared to that. So therefore I lose out on my revenue on the YouTube side because I'm at the track. I'm still trying to pump out videos at the track, but they're just, you know, so when the track's over, basically when I'm getting at after next week, I'll just be really focusing hard at Tubetown 2.0 and just continue to create the world's planet's favorite place, I guess.
It is pretty awesome to watch too.
2 more visitors came by. So yesterday we had a total of 4 visitors come. 1, 2, 3, 5 visitors come by. So like literally this week alone has been like anywhere between 8 or 10 people. If you count Kevin and his family, the easy over 10 people stop by. You know,
now,
which is to me again, it's just like awesome.
Are they all coming by to get pictures with you?
Well, the one Linda came by today to get she went by yesterday to get to the memorial picture for Megan, and I was there doing a live. And so but then you had Meg, who was there, Meg and Chuck, who came the day before that. She was all excited. They drove all the way from Destin, which is like 5 or 6 hours away.
Yeah.
And to come up there, and she was so pumped. It was so awesome. Like she was like literally like she even emailed me afterwards. Like I feel like a dope because you know she was just so excited. You know, and for me, it's like you know I'm like everybody else. You know, I put my pants on one leg at a time. You know, there are people who sit down in bed do both at a time.
Oh, you do one leg at a time?
You know, I am that guy. But I promise you, my wife, she's a 2 leg.
I thought everybody did 2 legs.
Yeah, well, you know, there are people. I need to go get my headphones. 1 second, let me go grab my headphones so I can hear you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
He's like, wait a second, I can't be hearing this right. Did he just say that? I'm sorry. But Shizzy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something about you. I don't know how much you share with your audience. But y'all, Shizzy is I mean, the question I've never asked Shizzy is what states have you not been in? You know, and
the Pacific Northwest. That's pretty easy. Like Pacific Northwest and a lot of the states that are north, like the northwestern part of the United States is where I haven't visited.
Montana?
No. My wife has been.
Of course she has. She's been like skiing and stuff.
No, she went to Montana like in the fall. She went there in the fall. There was some sort of I don't even remember what it was. It was something to do with work. And she was just like, I never want to go to this place ever again because it was flat, it was dead, it was just looked like deserted. I was like, see, I love the desert, so that wouldn't bother me. You know, I love that big expanse.
The different thing, like Volstorm went out there, and I was like, I started going, how do you like it? And he's like, I'll never go. I was like, I knew he'd hate it, and so I just twisted that. And I use a fork. I didn't use a knife. I used a little fork in his side. I just kept twisting that thing. It was rusty. So bad.
I love it. I love it.
So can you hear us?
All right. Oh yeah, much better. Yeah, because it's just a volume on my phone, so it was like
now he's ready to settle down and make fun of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like
I
the
feel
guy
bad
at
that
the
my brain's
arcade. He
blurry.
lost a couple of times and he goes back and he cracks his knuckles. And next thing you know, there's like a fourth dimension of Galaga nobody knows about.
No, it's like this. You got like remember that movie?
Wow, your audio is crackling on me. It's got like a crack, 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 crack.
It's gotta be that thing probably.
You've got a DJI, don't you?
I'm not like tech savvy like you guys.
I'm not. Yeah.
Wills, let me tell you
Alright.
about my tech savvy. Every penny I have that doesn't go to a already been spent to Bill goes to tech to try to, because I think I'm just throwing stuff into a hole to make myself think I know what I'm doing. I don't know anything.
Could be.
I mean, it is. I've got more wires than Chernobyl did. So
Yeah.
So all I got is my phone. I mean, I do the computer so I can read the chat. Like when so I just stream from my phone because I have a web camera, but it's not been working. Every time I've done it here recently, it's just kind of just fritzed out on me. So I just gave up on it and it's easier to do it from my phone.
this is where I make everybody mad. I'm an Apple person because one of the things is that whole workflow. Everything works together, and I'm the less buttons I have to push, the better because I'm an unrestrained button pusher. And
He is.
that phone, man, the iPhone hooks right up to the Mac, and that's my webcam.
They say
I've never done the iPhone stuff. I don't know anything. I mean,
it's
so
got
I
a big
can't say
screen, and you
good or
charge
bad.
it up, and it's got a bunch of lights. And Shizzy called me yesterday, and I couldn't answer my phone. I was like, I don't know where my phone is, and so I had to text him on my computer.
Yeah.
And then I found my phone, and I was like, I don't know. I will tell you, this is everybody who's in the chat and everything else. I do not know how to hang up a phone call, and I'm not making it up. It doesn't bother me. I just accept it. I'm like, will you hang up because I don't know how to. I've got like earbuds in. I've got a Bluetooth thing it goes to. I got all this stuff. I'm like, just
hang up.
It's on a different screen than the phone call screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually usually hang up on him right in the middle of talking because it's the easiest way to deal with him.
It's the best thing. Or I'll just drop it and like you just keep on talking and I'll be in a different room.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it? You live in expert. You live in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
And where do you stay, Shizzy? Where do you live?
Atlanta.
What state? Atlanta. Okay, that's what. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's no other state for Atlanta except for Georgia. So,
yeah,
Shizzy's like 45 minutes down the road from me.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? If there were no cars on the road, that would be a fun drive because it wouldn't be that much off. 45 minutes, just about.
I could probably do it in like 30 because I would just open that speedometer up all the way. Like, screw
it's
it.
Amazing. Like Georgia and if there's nobody on the roads, they were great. But that's where we are. And Shizzy still has a hard time making the big trips. You know, we're still waiting to see how many weddings he has to go to this spring for.
None that I know of.
We're going to do a Dollywood 3.0. Willis, you're always invited. It's an open invitation. I don't try to force people to go because I will tell you this. I really expect them all to be poop shows.
Yeah. It's usually, we expected it last time. It was like, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
But it's just, do what?
Where's Dollywood at? That's in Tennessee too, right?
Yeah, Dollywood's it's Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. So if if you look at a map, like you got Knoxville's like kind of a big, like the University of Tennessee, there's a football team there and all stuff. So it's like 20 miles east of that in the Smoky Mountains. And it's like maybe I think I'm halfway between Dollywood and Shizzy's house.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Because it is a little bit of a drive to get to Dollywood.
But, the whole thing about Dollywood is it just became a thing because people were like, I want to go. I was like, nobody wants to come see us. There's nobody wants to do that. But all these people, they start saying, oh, I would love to go to Dollywood. I was like, well, it's right there. I see the lights, And so we did just like, okay, everybody comes in like on a Wednesday because, they're flying in and everything else. And we meet up, meet the chat for the first time, shake hands. And I'm at Valley, Oregon.
It's funny because my wife likes that like if she gets a Pinot, that's where she gets it from.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
No for the Pinot. Yeah.
See, I like Napa cabs if I'm going to have wine. Like that would be my preference. And she likes the Willamette Pinots, which I'm fine with those too. I'm just like they've got good flavor to them.
The only wine I ever had was out of the box. So
really, that's probably
like a rough morning.
Yeah.
Hey, true crime. Box wine and bed by 9. No, but anyway, yeah, well, it's like so. Our thing, it's funny, and all this is what I'm kind of babbling right now, but it does come back to something. It's weird because we didn't know what people looked like in the chat. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if anybody was going to show up, and this will be the 3rd year of doing. Dollywood's a good idea because you're at a theme park. If you don't like each other, you just wander off. Go ride the rides, and then Friday it's a live show of the Friday Night Live, and that's the weird one because it's exactly like it is when you see it on Friday nights, and we're all sitting in our bedrooms. It's exactly like that, but it's on a couch, with everybody, and it's a great dynamic, and it's the main thing about all this, the reason why I started thinking about it is that do you remember before 2019 and the sun was still yellow, and people were nice, and we actually went out, we shook hands, and stuff like that. I'm trying to bring that back. I think it's a good thing. I think civility is a good thing. I think being around humans is a good thing. And when you're not around that, you get a lot of really weird people, and they have YouTube channels. And they attack each other all the time.
Yeah, and that's something that I found really enjoyable about especially being around expert and watching the stuff that you're doing. It's not about the drama. That's something that it's hard to get away from that sometimes, where it's just like, because for example, you start covering a case, next thing you know, it's like somebody's going to disagree with you, whatever, which is fine. Go ahead, disagree, do your thing. But they tend to
have their own channel doing it, right?
Yeah, right.
They got to be on your channel telling you about it,
right? Like I don't want to sit here and my channel is not a debate channel. This is not and
right.
It's we're in the United States of shizzy right now.
It's here to have a little bit of fun, and that's what's so enjoyable about breaking away from, the normal, watching trials or covering trials, is having stuff like watching Willis go out there and, run his weed whacker all over the damn place on times 2 speed. Cause I watch everything like on times 2 speed cause I don't have time to watch everything.
Right.
So it ends up being like,
that to be a clip. Hey, we got Willis weed whacker.
and so watching Willis is like watching him on times 10 speed. Is just
I've got to do that. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
It's awesome. I mean, I think that there's a space for everybody on YouTube, no matter what you're covering. If you want to do drama, there's a space for you. If you want to like talk about movies, there's a space for it. Knitting or whatever your passion is, it's there for everybody. And I like that there's that variety. I mean, I think that what you're doing, well, is much more important than like what the kind of stuff that I'm doing. You're interacting with chat. You're giving them a place to see, to come by and visit and hang out and meet up, whatever it is. I mean, that's impressive.
Well, it's funny. I get a lot of emails. Obviously, I'm sure like you guys do as well. But I got an email that like brought me to tears one day. It was like, it said, "I give lonely people a place to go," and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty heavy." So I was like, "That, man, that made me feel good." You know what I mean? So that's where it's like I feel bad days I can't get a video. At the same time, it's like it's as anybody knows, it puts out content. There's time involved in it, and then there's a lot that goes to it, and to try to balance that with your relationship, balance that with, you know, I mean, I remember when I was hustling, I was doing both channels. Like I literally felt like I was like never had time for joy, never had time for anything, because I was like, comments here, then flip over to this count, comments there, and then post. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was literally nonstop, and that's where it become like a little bit like a little heavy for me, in the sense of like, man, this is becoming like a serious job, and I don't want my life to ever be serious, which is that's probably
so much easier
silly
if you
thing
had,
to
like, an
say.
intern or something.
Well, you know,
I keep
I'll
asking
be
somebody to volunteer be a secretary.
you know, like if I mean, yeah, I mean that's what I tell my wife, you know, like, and we're not social media type people. We're really like so like we're so analytical, right? Analog, right? Analog, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And so yeah, like if I had somebody that knew how to do that stuff, you know, but that's where it's like, okay, like Julie says, well, I need to focus on it more. But then it's like, okay, well, where do I balance that time? Because I got to try and focus on that, put this and that, but yet I got to make a video over here, then I got to edit the video, then I got to upload the video, then I got to download the video, then I got to make a thumbnail for the video, and I'm like literally my videos are the day of. Like I'm getting my thumbnail done like an hour before my videos post, and I don't even know what the thumbnail's going to be or what it's called. You know what I mean? But that's where it's like I kind of backed off a little bit, made it more fun, and that's why I want to stay fun. And I'll be honest with you, Jeremy knows. I texted him earlier to see if he had time to chat, because I know, you know, as his schedule is being around, you know, sometimes during the day, you know, it's him filming, doing different stuff, you know, time. But like I talked about it in my live earlier, what I'm about to embark on right now, like, is huge, and I'm super excited about it. Like, I'm hoping it's going to propel me to like a crazy level. I mean, be honest with you, like it's amazing that like I'm trying to stay low key about it, but like I haven't got the contract with it yet. But like
well, don't jinx it. If you
Yeah, don't jinx it. Just
no,
you know,
like you guys, like I'm excited. Like it's really gonna be like something to really hopefully help me and my social media, and then maybe get more people that, you know, that would see something that could help me more. Because I've had people want to help and try and help, at the same time I feel bad if I can't do nothing for them. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Right.
that's just the way I am.
So,
but yeah,
that's a lot.
I'm excited. I'm excited to announce the
about.
news this one.
Willis, listen, man. I'm sure I'm speaking for Shizzy. I say, if you ever need anything, man, bounce ideas off something, or you know, I love seeing people succeed. That's just I love it, and that's all I want to see. And man, if you hit, I mean, I don't. Yeah, you're talking about some like numbers earlier. You know, like you go to the track, you see your numbers go down. I haven't looked at numbers. I'll tell you what, I looked at numbers recently because I got another spike right now, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, if I get 150 more subscribers, I got to do an 8-hour stream, because I was like, I forget when I even said that. I was like, you know, if I do every 1,000 subs, I'll do that many hours of a stream, and you know, just gimmick stuff, stupid. It's just me being stupid. And but that's the only time I pay attention to numbers. I don't pay attention to I quit looking at chats, you know, how many chats there are in a stream. I quit looking at all this stuff because I don't even know if they're real or not, but you can feel it, you know, after a while you can feel it. And I love to see people succeed, man. So if anything in the world, and Shizzy's the greatest, man. This guy's got talent. I don't have any talent. All I do is just sit around and talk about.
Well, and see this.
And blabble.
Well, and see, this is something that I've always enjoyed about YouTube is, you know, think about this. Whenever you're a small channel, you're wanting your channel to grow, and then your channel grows to a certain point, and you know it's a growing channel. And something that I've always enjoyed is watching someone that like here's a perfect example. Whenever I was sitting at around 500 subs, MG Law was sitting at around 500. Baker was sitting around the same amount. We were all like floating around this 500 number, trying to work our way up to hit 1,000 subs. And I think it was MG just like overnight went from 500 to what, 5,000 or something like that. Just like almost
now.
Yeah, just overnight, like blew up.
Right.
And there is nothing more exciting than watching somebody, even though it's not your channel, but watching that other person's channel like explode and watching them grow, and like the way that they become a better version of themselves. Like if they're good people, like MG did that, he just became a better version of himself. Like Like he was like,
And
"Well, I
yeah,
guess
me,
I
the first
need."
thing I say is like, watch out for the trolls after this. You know, watch out for
Yes.
the suckers that'll be coming and be like, oh, you got this. You know, I can really help you. Sorry.
And then of course both Baker and I were crawling up behind it, and then Baker started covering. I think it was Karen Reed, and he surpassed everyone. I mean, he's what, 15,000, I think.
21,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Almost 22,000.
I mean, he hit like 15, just like almost overnight. But he was busting ass doing it. I mean, it wasn't that he changed what he was doing. It was just he started covering something that people were interested in. So his channel just blew everybody's out of the water. And watching that is like so exciting to see, you know, and mine's just creeping along and doing its thing. And finally it gets to 10, and it's like watching Expert. I think whenever I met Expert, he was sitting somewhere around 2.5 thousand subs. I mean, it was
the first Dollywood. I had 3,000, and I was the biggest content creator there. The last Dollywood, well, I guess we don't consider Valhalla a content creator. So everybody subscribes to him, but he hasn't put out content. So no, but I was the last FNL Dollywood. I was the smallest channel, and I was like, and you know what? No one's new. No one's care or anything, and that's such a thing.
Right.
It's cool. We've got such a great opportunity here, and it's just funny. I enjoy listening to like both of y'all because of being professional. Oh my god, I gotta get in your chair. Because of having that, like I don't want to mix up my thoughts. It's kind of conflicting thoughts. Let me go with this one first and get it out of the way. Willis, you said something about you have an opportunity, you know, like for growth coming up maybe and all this stuff. And you said something, you said that you're very analog and you don't know the digital stuff. So two things have hit me recently, and one is like I would love to take great videos. I would love to take great pictures. You know, if I could go hiking, which I used to love hiking, it is a wonderful exercise. It's great for my body, my soul, all that good stuff. And I could take a video camera and I have content too. Oh. So it's two birds, one stone.
Right.
But you know what? I can't take video. I suck at it. And I heard some video person on YouTube talk about workflow, and that she likes to have dedicated cameras because your phone is always beeping and bopping and dinging and all the other stuff. You get distracted. And I was like, that's it. I hate my phone. It has so much technology. You can do so many things, but I don't want to do that. I want something dedicated. I want to be more analog. And then, but the thing that it really has got me, this is a cultural thing. I did not realize until last night that MTV shut down all of their music channels. And after all this time, I mean, remember Video killed the radio star?
Yep, that was the one they went out with.
At the end of the day, you know what White Rabbit got for Christmas? A record player. And I've never seen a record player, man. It was the craziest thing to do this whole thing. I've seen them. It was like, don't touch that. But it was so crazy. I'm like, what's happening here? And I think the human's body is telling some people, not all people, but some people, you got to disconnect. And whatever it is that you have to disconnect from, it doesn't mean that you have to physically touch grass. You have to be outside and stuff. But if you spend all day doing AI cartoons, you're going to get a little squirrely.
Yeah.
Man, I'm with you 100%. Everything you just said, though, man, that's how we all are, man. And that's it's crazy. This is what I love is when we meet people and they start realizing, oh man, we're all alike.
Yes.
It's so true. So true.
You don't like the Bears. Valhalla has major problems with that. And if you're not an Auburn fan, MG Law has major problems with that. And if you don't like T42, she will kidnap you and put her in her basement until you do like her. So remember.
Yeah.
You see, I did all that just to work her name. She wasn't expecting it. She's already. I've had some bright language sent to me.
Well, the T-42 sends you bright language now.
Oh, dude. But she's another one. You know, I never saw her, didn't know who she was or anything. Talked to her on Discord a few times, and she said she wanted to come down to Dollywood, and she came, and we just had a connection. And well, it was really cool because she rode a one of those little like scooters, the little hover around things, and she took out a trash can, like just nailed it, and it goes flying. And then she looks at it and goes, "That fucking thing, I can be on my way anyway." And she keeps on going, and I'm like, "Oh, this is the most based woman I've ever seen in my life." She's the little old lady from Pasadena.
She's awesome.
But it's so look. I'm sorry, I forget about this one too. Shizzy, I'm blaming you.
Yeah.
No, when he was saying that people come by from like all these different places and stuff to see him, and they're getting their pictures taken with you, was that ever weird for you?
I think he froze up on us. Oh, he froze up.
You asked if people coming by taking pictures with you.
Yeah, you said like people came by from like Destin and stuff for the past couple of days. Like it was when they come in, they go, "Oh, you're Willis. Can I have my picture taken with you?" What was that like?
Am I weirded out by it?
Yeah.
Oh no, like with my freestyle career, like I've been in foreign countries where you had to have armed security hold the people back because they just want to touch you and get a photo with you. Like it's so like
That's
I'm
me when I go to Walmart.
But yeah, so no, that's always been a big thing. And like, but I would do it a lot of times with the kids. And the kids would come up and get autographs and they want to do a picture. We'd always do this thing. I'd tell them like, cross your arms and don't smile, look tough. And we'd always do like a tough look. You know what I mean? And I got a kid, he's on my Instagram. He's probably 22 now. I met him when he was 10. And I got several kids I met when they were young that I'm still friends with now as they're grown men. And, they were fans that, I just basically, I was that kid at one point in time in my life. I was on the other side of the fence looking up to these guys, and now I'm that guy. So it's like just to build relationships and take pictures, have autographs, have friendships with them. Like that's just, that much more awesome for me, I guess, So to answer your question, no, it's not.
Sister Sal with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Sister Sal. And I didn't realize this, but we got rated by the JJ Beans.
JJ Beans.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's J Hips,
right?
Yeah, J Hip. They have us MQSSS. I love the name, but it's so hard because I'm never sure if I'm saying it right. Thank you guys. Right. I'm so bad, but yeah, there was Crazy Lady, Melissa Jane, Rob Pate, and Queen Bee all received gifted memberships. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Nice. Melissa Jane, I expect you to spy on Shizzy's members only thing. I want to know what he does. I want to know how good it is. I really got to kick up my game, I'm afraid.
I know. I've been trying at my members game too, and I made one live. Like that's it. Like I'm horrible, man.
I try to do every Sunday night as a members, and then I do if I do shorts and stuff. Some shorts are like, oh, that's got to go out, and then some of them I always try to do members first, and then release it out, a couple days later.
That's how I do whenever I put together like some music videos and stuff like that. I
forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's that. And it's so, because my time is so like screwed up, like I don't have, and I probably should just schedule up a time where I do like some of the higher tier membership kind of things, for those that are doing the higher tier membership. And I mean, I'm so all over the place that I can't, I squirrel out too much. That's what.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's it. I'm the same way. That's for example, for me, if on the Willis channel though, I've always told my viewers, because I was the person who can't really afford a lot growing up, so that's still now. But the fact that I'd never do additional content for members only, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I can't pay for it. So what I did with my Willis is I just do like different emojis they can get, and a lot of times you can make a better emoji than the emoji I had. But shout out to JK. JK made quite a few of them, if not
Very
all of them. But on the TubeTown channel, I did say like I had like a higher, like a $4.99 level, and I did want to, and I did let people know, hey, listen, on this channel I will do member stuff just because of the fact I want to try to continue to be able to make videos for people, because if I can't pay the bills, then I have to go and get like a regular job and make money that way. So and therefore there goes all the videos.
I figure if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna I really think pushing carts at Costco. Like that
Ooh.
just seems so
because you like putting them away.
Well, you're outside all day, you get kind of a workout in it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of those have like the little carts on them, so you're not really working out. You're just sort of
all you're doing.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
You ended up riding them in. You ended up sitting on them, just riding it in and pushing the button.
No, they have Costco's got like a rope system, like it's like they push them. They push. At least here, this one does. That's my fallback plan. So.
Well,
silly.
As long as you're moving and grooving.
See, I'm at that junction.
As long as my wife doesn't kick me out.
I'm at that junction where I would have to make a hell of a lot more money to continue, like, to create more content. Like if I was upping my game, like, because I have a 9-to-5 job that, my show prep is usually about 2 hours. For doing just like an hour. It takes me about 2 hours just to get together everything that I'm going to do. And I guess some people don't understand that, especially if you're covering trial stuff or court cases and things like that you have to understand a little bit about what you're reading. I mean, especially whenever you don't know the law and you're just like an idiot like me. You're just like, okay, well, what does this say? What does it sort of mean? And so it ends up being a little more difficult. Yeah.
Right,
you have to understand that, okay, what is this? What does this motion actually mean? Like, I've never heard this terminology before. So you're figuring it out. And after a while, you sort of understand what these words mean. They're these big, long words like, deposition. Telescope.
I try to stay in 2 syllables. I'm glad you said that, Shizzy. Willis, do you prepare for shows? Do you do prep for a show?
No, I go live and sometimes I remember to put to schedule it like an hour ahead of time.
Yeah.
But no, I'm probably like, and it's my own fault, but I'm horrible at it, man. Like even remembering to put my links and stuff in the description and all that stuff. Like half my on the lives really are lame, but it's no, not really.
Where I've been. I don't do anything. Okay, I mean, look,
obviously
I don't do anything. I'm a horrible. Don't anybody ever refer to me or point at me as a influence to do anything.
I gotta show this right here. So
I saw that. I was trying to get out of that real quick.
You guys are wondering who actually won the helmet, and it was Snowflower Widow 22. Proud to have the famous helmet. Still working on a case. Hold on, let me move this thing out of the way. There we go. Still working on the case. Then I'll send a pic. Because I said, please send me a pic whenever you get this thing all mounted up, because that is going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I want to see you wearing it, Snowflower, and take a pic and send it to me, and I will put it on every time Shizzy comes around. I'll be like, and then here's Shizzy Wiznut. I'll run it through Grogan and do it. He'll do AI stuff.
Yeah, we'll totally do it. Thank you very much, Snowflower.
Yes. Any picture like that. Shizzy's our dude. We like to give him a hard time.
Yes,
nobody else can, but we can.
Yes, it's always fun. It's always fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah.
And people awesome. See, everyone was wondering. They were just like, because whenever I first came up with the banjo sound that you heard for that, whenever I first came up with that, I went live, and it was for every single person that became a member, that damn thing would go off. And I was like, And I sit here and laughed for the first hour of the stream because it just is. I could get 2 words in, and somebody would become a member, and it would go off. And it's a long little intro.
Oh yeah, it does that on Streamlabs. I forgot about that. That was another thing. Yeah, when I had that because Bad Duck, he started working on timing, so he would do a super chat just to mess it all up. I love the chat.
Yes. The chat had so much fun that night. Of course, people that were coming back and watching the restream, they were just like, I don't understand. I was like, you have to be there in the moment. That's the thing.
Right.
I feel bad. I feel bad when people say that because I'm like, if you don't understand, it probably isn't for you. Like, I don't understand French movies.
Right.
I'm not going to try to watch them.
So can they, when you stream from this, can they go back and watch the live chat when you stream from this thing?
Yeah. Chat's live right now.
Yeah.
No,
so
if they watch the replay, they're able to watch, because like I just found out the other day, somebody was like, "Oh, you can watch the replay," but you can if you click the button and click live chat replay.
Yeah. Well, see. Well, and also whenever you set it up, if you go into YouTube, there's more settings in YouTube. So for example, whenever you set up a stream, and I think you're doing yours from your phone, there's a little option that says other, and you can go in there and pull up other things in there and actually set it up to show the live stream on there. It looks pretty cool whenever you think about it. Here, I'll show you because it's pretty damn neat. A lot of newer YouTubers don't understand how some of this stuff works. I'll give me a second here.
Oh, I probably don't know. What are we doing?
About to say.
Hold on. Give me a second. All right. So here, this is, and I'll share my screen so you can sort of understand what it is that we're talking about. So, for example, whenever you're setting up a stream, you'll see all of this right here. You have a place where you can put playlist, like, I can put it in there, like what the hell's, and then you can hit save. Also down here, there's a button that says show more. Whenever you hit that show more, there's a way to put in your tags. Like I disable those. You have a way to put in your tags. Then under custom is cancel. Yep. And then of course, right now under customization right here, this
live
stream
replay, right?
Yeah, you'll see a little thing that says live chat replay. Also, you have a place that you can put a trailer, for example, and it shows a whole list of all the stuff that I have for trailers. Like if somebody's waiting, I didn't have time to do that. And then of course I got a place where I can do a redirect. So for example, I could send people over here to see Traveling Fun 69. And whenever I end the stream, people go over, it'll just automatically send them over there. So,
right. So now I know I picked the in screen, like on my videos for videos, I picked the in screen, like, you get the option. So I do know about that. I never went into like the more tab and looked into that. Like that's as deep as I've gotten into it. But like I have seen where like the live chat replay. But some people were saying on YouTube that they didn't see it. But when you go back to the YouTube and you're watching on the YouTube, you click the 3 dots on there, and then it gives you options there. So I do have it set up where it does play the replay. But I wasn't sure if on this, what StreamYard is what it's called. I wasn't sure if this was like where it did play the live back.
Well, and StreamYards are just basically the capture platform. That's all that it is. So like StreamYard, Streamlabs, OBS, they're just basically the way of capturing and interacting with the chat. It makes it a little bit easier to do for some people. The biggest part of it is because I always forget to turn on the monetization. I really suck at that. And I wish there was a way that would just automatically do it. Yeah, because
mine does it now.
Mine should do it. Mine should do it automatically, but it doesn't.
Does it now? It used to not.
I don't know.
It's like for me, like monetization is not about me making money. I mean, I'm not going to leave money on YouTube's table, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I turned the ads to as infrequent as possible. But I do it though, because that's how you get in the algorithm. Why would YouTube promote you if you're not going to make any money for them?
Right. But some people that's where it's like, are you mad? Like for me, I don't, not to interrupt, but like it doesn't. People, YouTube has to make their money. We don't have the platform to make the money on it. They're not making the money. So some people are like, oh, YouTube takes money, but it's like, well, that's just. I mean, it's just like a taxi driver. He's going to drive you in his car. He's going to take money from you. You're using this car, right?
Well, YouTube is the most amazing technology. It's so easy to use. A dummy like me can do it, and they're taking 30%. I mean, what if you open a franchise? They take more than 30%. Chick-fil-A takes
Right.
more than 30%. I mean, this is the greatest thing. And guess what? I can do this and not wear pants. You know, I mean, this is the greatest. This is the greatest thing in the world. And I'm fortunate, I guess, for my mom dropping me on my head a lot as a child. But my wife, she's like, this is the best thing she's ever seen me do. I'm like, well, okay, you know, keep doing it. But I don't mind. I don't complain. I've never had a complaint with YouTube. Well, I did when there's kind of like some under the table, you know.
Well, the only problems I really have with YouTube, and again, also thank you something to bark about. Happy New Year to you also. You know, hold on, my dogs are going crazy.
Oh, they heard something to bark about. They wanted to start barking.
Yeah, someone, and I keep watching. I think someone's dropping something off, and I'm going to have to go get my firearm.
Oh, it
should be on you.
It's a baby. You're going to have a random baby. Yeah, that's what happens when you live close to a fire department. They drop those babies off out the front. And it's the weekend. You can't get rid of a baby on the weekend, Chizzy. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's fine. They've chilled out. The person, it turns out, was just FedEx dropping off something for my wife, and it's just low. But they're making so much loud. They were so damn loud. There's nothing, because we're watching one of our neighbor's dogs, and so it's like all three of them are just. God, Lord Almighty. But what was I going to say? I don't remember. I guess it wasn't that important. Doesn't matter.
It'll pop back.
It always does.
I mean, my 6th grade teacher told me, or was it home ec, which I don't think they have that class anymore. Is like, if you forget about something, stop trying to think about it, and then it will come back to you. If you try to think about it, you'll sit there forever and, you know, kick yourself in the ass. But don't think about it, come back.
Shizzy's leg warmers, probably Megan's leg warmers. Those might have arrived. Right.
Leg warmers? They might be kind of cool. You know, they got those sleeve things. I like the ones that are Kevlar because I have problems around fire and knives.
Yes, you do. We've seen it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I just realized how bad this sucks. Y'all, you got a great chat here. Do you know, I forgot. I remember this the other day, Shizzy. I was in Publix and they had a sign up that said whole hogs for roasting. And I was like, y'all, this is an inside of Dollywood last year thing. Shizzy and I decided that we were going to have beef against each other, and we were going to start our own internet drama, our own YouTube drama. And the beef, we were going to start smoking meat. You know, so it'd be like, you know, Saturday where you Shizzy's got a brisket. You know, I'm doing a beer can chicken, and just put a camera on there and just walk away from it. And then afterward, be like, oh, look how much better this is than Shizzy's. Oh, you can smell it's better. Look, I can smell his. You know, just stuff like that. Yeah. And it's my fault. I mean, my life went upside down. We never got a chance to do it. And I saw it when I was like, I love seeing a regular old grocery store saying we have whole hog.
I know. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Have you ever
good.
done a whole hog, Shiz?
No, I don't have the space.
Dig a hole. Wear a grass skirt.
Well, yeah, I could do that.
What about you, Will? You ever cook? You ever do some?
Nah, I never smoked a hole. I'm not cooked.
That pig, and we're gonna fire up some coals.
No, I mean, my cousin, he traps nuisance hogs for the county, one of the neighboring counties. But I mean, yeah, I never really put it like rotisserieted a pig. But
yeah, I mean,
and cook them.
Yeah, I'm always doing like either a butt or some brisket or ribs. I did do a smoked turkey breast this year. Well, actually, it was a couple of smoked turkey breasts. And
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving, it's pretty cool because you have to sort of bind it up, or else the tips will burn, and then you just soak it in brine. Well, soak it in some brine first. You know, do a brine brine marinade. It's
Right.
yeah, a little bit of garlic
National
and
beer of Australia. That's what you got to do. The Fosters, and you crack
no.
it open, and you put it in the turkey's butt, and that's all the brine you need to do.
No, because you wrap it, bind it, and then you get this nice big.
You see where our channel was gonna go. You see,
no.
we had it all planned out. It's the only
No.
thing we ever had planned out would be doing this.
Yep.
You shouldn't be doing this like fancy stuff. I'd be like, yeah, watch this, y'all.
Watch this. Shoves a can right up the turkey's ass and sets it up
I
on
would
there.
probably do a real oil can the first time. People have to tell me I can't eat that. I'd be like, well, you know, it's Foster's.
It's Foster's. It says Foster's on there, or phosphide. I don't know, something like that.
Hey, Wills, you said your cousin catches wild hogs.
Yeah, for the county, like because they're so nuisance around here. Like
Yeah, they're nuisance everywhere.
Yeah.
So, question, because I love I'm weak-minded and I believe all the conspiracy theories. Are you guys really being eaten up by boa constrictors?
No, but I think our ecosystem is though. Seriously, like that's what's happening down there.
Or anything?
Not up here. Where I'm at, North Florida, they're not up here. They're all gonna be down in Everglades, is where they're gonna be at, where they thrive at. You got those, and you got the iguanas. But that's where, like, for me, like some people say the iguanas are good eating, so it's like, well, then everybody needs this. It's like squirrel, right? You know what I mean? To start taking them out, but like
no, it's like chicken on a stick. Like you take a steak through them, and then you roast them over, and it's like chicken on a stick.
Well,
so if you're ever in a place and they say we have chicken on a stick, just know that that's what it is. It's probably iguana.
An iguana. Hey, as long as it tastes good.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest thing is like with all the wild. I mean, and that's where it's like it has to be an organization. But like all the wild hogs up there, it's unfortunate that they can't do nothing when they have to euthanize them. But if you could go and you could like have a charity that would process the meat and then go feed the homeless, you know what I mean? You'd have to cook it or whatever. You could figure out something to where you could actually, instead of having to go out and just have people hungry in the street and slaughter all these nuisance pigs. Well, is there a way to like maybe possibly utilize some of that to feed the hunger? Or feed
I think we could send them to Minnesota. I think it would feed a lot of people in Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just a crazy world. It's a crazy world we live. I don't get into it too much, but yeah.
I'm just getting a hard time.
Hey, real quick, does my sound really jacked now? I was trying to fix it. Somebody said they couldn't hear me, and it is. Can you hear me? Yeah. I think what happened was it switched over to the AirPods, and can you hear me?
Yeah,
definitely better now.
Yeah.
All right. See, this is that Streamlabs thing. I'm gonna be like everybody else who whined to me about it. It's not my fault, or it's not their fault. It's my fault. No, it's still my fault today. So okay, but you're saying iguanas, and that's when I couldn't hear anything else.
Yeah.
I watched that Python Cowboy guy. He's down there just having a good time. He's like, man, when I was in the second grade, if you told me I was going to grow up and I was going to be hunting snakes and iguanas, I'd have thought you were crazy. I was like,
oh, so see, you missed out on the whole conversation. Because Willis was saying, we could take the hogs and like feed the homeless if they had people that would process them. And I said, I think Minnesota's a perfect place to send them. Now I see the smile. Because he didn't respond. I was like, that's something that expert would have responded to.
They would leer about squealing.
Oh my gosh.
God, man. I saw, was it Elon Musk put something up the other day, said somebody, this guy's got 7 nurseries or whatever he's supposed to have. And he's making he's worth $383 million. And I was like, I have 0 childcare centers and I'm worth about $3.83. I screwed up the American dream.
Oh no, it would be nice to actually do something like that if you could, be able to process that kind of
money like the drug dealers do.
Yeah.
In Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
I need to be.
I mean, maybe we could get in a swap for like one of those third world countries that doesn't have a lot of food. Like, they could supply us with something like, I don't know.
Well, Ukraine's supplying us with brides now. So
I didn't realize this, but Ukraine's really, really big on mustard seed. Like that's one of their big growth crops, like mustard.
Do they have a lot of mustard gas?
No, I'm serious. It's like so part of the reason why they show like their flag has the yellow and the blue is because of their mustard harvests. And I found that out whenever we went to France because we were just looking to get some mustard with our like some fancy mustard or something, and they were just like. Yeah, they've had all the farmers are, because the way France is set up is you have to apply for what you're going to grow because they don't want to saturate the market like with sunflowers, for example. That sunflowers are also big in Ukraine, but like sunflowers and mustard. But so you have to separate. They're just very limited on what you can grow. Like they say, no, too much soybeans. You can't grow any soybeans, so you're going to have to figure out something else to grow. It's really weird.
Well, something here, like in Florida, like, well, we have a lot of watermelons growing around here, but I'm not sure you guys may or may not know this, but once you take, say, a 20 acre field of watermelons, once you harvest the watermelons, you can't grow nothing in that field for 5 years. You can't grow watermelons again for over 5 years because the watermelons eat up so much nutrients out of the ground. You might be able to do like stock. What do you call it? Stock, corn stock for feed. You know what I mean? You might be able to do that.
Right.
But you can't, like, because it sucks up so much nutrients. So therefore, like, imagine if everybody grew watermelons next time, you can't grow nothing because everybody sucked up all the nutrients out of the ground.
I do not like watermelon, so I want everybody to know I am not the reason for the.
Love watermelon.
Hey, listen, I just saw we hit an hour, and I don't know why it hit me. Everybody in the chat, please make sure that you're subbed up to Willis. Okay,
yes.
Like he's such a cool dude, and we've been wanting to hang out with him for a while. Do your YouTubey duties, y'all. And I love how I'm taking over Shizzy's.
You're perfect. You're perfect.
I'm not. Hey, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. But no, you guys, please. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You heard us talk a little bit earlier about like the different things with, being the Kirk. I mean, like how Willis was talking about, like he loses people when he goes to the track. The track's where his passion is. And he's like, the more eyes you have on people, the greater following you have, and the more you're the person that you follow. If they love what they're doing, you will in return get better content. So just because you're like, I don't want to be that guy because he mows yards, give it a shot. You'll be surprised. And if nothing else, it's one of those little pecks on them. I don't know,
on the cheek.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No, well, you're awesome, man. You absolutely rock. And
well, an expert's been trying to do this for damned ever. Just like I want to talk to Willis, and I keep forgetting, or my schedule gets screwed up. And
I think the first time we talked about it, my mom went to the hospital in July.
Yeah.
Or it was I was getting over the Danish flu when I got the coronavirus back in June.
Or I completely forgot when we actually finally did schedule one for the Friday night live.
Yeah. I was like, it's funny. I never, the whole time I was like, if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I sent the invite, said he would, okay, we'll see what happens. But I didn't expect it because I was like, because you do enough stuff like this and things happen and you had the best intentions and all this other stuff. And the only thing I would care about was I was like, I just hope he's okay. Because at that point, T42, she was like, just messaged me every few seconds saying, is he okay? Like, what if something happened to that beautiful smile of his? She's like, I just don't know if I could go on. And I just, T42. I don't know her phone number. I wouldn't give it to you on stream anyway, but I'm just saying. She has a birthday one day. She just like, hey, T, happy birthday from.
It's always a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
What would you be doing, man, if you wouldn't be doing YouTube? I mean, like YouTube, like it's this is silly, right? I mean, like, could you imagine what our grandfathers would be saying?
Oh, yeah. No, I still be. I just go back. Like now that the world kind of went back up, I go back to my shows. Which I got a call for a show in March again, an annual show. That's where really, like, my bread and butter was as far as like finances. You could go away for the weekend and do very well. But but with the things that are in motion right now, like I'll text you guys what's going on as far as the
you can
next
always,
move.
and you can do it. Well, and here's the thing: you can always hang out for a little bit after the stream ends, because here, unlike YouTube, like whenever the stream ends, it's
like a green room.
It's like it basically puts you into a green room
backstage.
Right, so it's just us.
Yeah.
So let me know when we're done, and I'll fill you guys in.
Yeah, just don't leave. Just don't leave. Just stay right there, and you'll hear until the music's over, and then it'll do you. And I'll let you know whenever we're not live anymore.
All right.
So
Yeah, okay.
I don't. This may be a stupid thing. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But you're talking about going back on in the track and all that stuff and doing that stuff, dude. If I would love, if you ever are doing something fun, cool like that, and it's going live, I would love to stream that. I mean, basically I'm saying I would steal your stream. I don't mean it like that. I mean it like, because you're out there doing your thing.
Right.
It's like our friend Lauren Knighty, she covered Laura Owens. It was a case in Arizona. She flew out there. She did the videoing of it and got the video come across live. And so, you talk over it and stuff and like, this is what's happening and anything like that. I know some people they're against that, and that's cool. I mean, I'm not asking for anything. To me, it's an offer. And I know she would love it too. It's like anything you can do, man. Get the more eyes and the more stuff out there, especially when if you feel like you're in a slump ever, man, guys.
Yeah, well, I would say, you guys, yeah, I know, and you get them. Like I got where next thing it's like I lost like 300 subscribers. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's like one of them. Like I said, it's a teeter-totter up and down, and it does. But that's where at times I feel like, and I'd say me and Julie talk about it, but it's. Every YouTuber is different. Everybody's different. And for me, it's like me and my camera and my tripod. But at the same time, like I'm at the track, I can't film a lot. Or say if I'm setting up my show and getting, again, the track is different than my shows. My shows are freestyle shows set up in arenas or
like you're flying through the air like Evil Knievel, right?
Right. So, but therefore, to have somebody there that can walk with you. You got a lot of. What's that? I mean
that you're a weirdo.
Oh,
there's no way in the world I'm going to get up there and fly around and jump up and down on it. I mean, dude, do you realize how strange that is? And you know what? I love that, man. I absolutely love that. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. That is so awesome.
Is I found out I broke my back the other day. That I broke it some time ago that I had no idea. Like when I was at the chiropractor, he's like, I went for my neck, and my neck been bothering me. And then he's like, when did the accident happen? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, when did you break your back? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, so evidently he sent me the X-ray. I got the X-rays and everything. Like my L3 and L4 is broken off, and the body it's healed around it. So
wife is not listening.
It's still good. So, but therefore, like if I went to the doctor, they probably want me surgery and pin. Like I got plenty of pins and metal plates in me, but like it's like I never knew. But that's for so many times it's crushing the ground. Like I compound fractured my right ankle, like it just the bone shot the top of the foot, and so that was a bad day, but it's part of it. But at least I knew I was broken then.
Yeah,
you ought to write a book of like these breaks and stuff, and like but there'll be your injury talking to you, and then do it as like an ASMR video, like today I escaped the flesh bag, and I tried to get through the leather boot. Oh gosh, dude! Oh, that's so weird.
Well, that accident, they couldn't find a pulse. So they're panicking because it was a small town of like.
You're still here. You're good.
I about freaked out. He said they couldn't find a pulse, and then he went like that.
Oh yeah, so they couldn't find a pulse. It's a small town, so the hospital couldn't take on that severe of an injury. So they end up rushing me to the next town over, which was Lansing, Michigan, I believe, or no, Kalamazoo. I don't know.
Kalamazoo.
You don't remember.
He's freezing up on us again, but he's not gone. He said, so he was going to Kalamazoo.
To try to live.
Yeah, and if it does freeze up, this kind of stuff. Sometimes it'll freeze up whenever if like someone especially if he's using his phone. So you guys stop messaging him.
I know that the last thing that's going to be on my computer that'll freeze up will be something that's not.
He'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I hope so, because I really need to go get another drink. I am so freaking thirsty.
Well, go get some water. Go get some water.
I prefer to have a nice, tasty Coke. You know what? I have this thing. I am anti bottle cap. Every freaking thing there is has a bottle cap on it nowadays. I just think what they're doing is they're making the product weaker. I don't like it because nobody has a bottle cap. They're fake. They don't exist. And then I got a Mexican Coke, and I was like, oh yeah, I need a bottle cap.
Hey, Mr. Inspector Guy, good to see you. And like I said, he'll probably be back right away. It just
after you eat meatloaf.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I'm going to hit a couple of these super chats while we're here. Well, something to bark about says I want you to talk about dogs.
Yeah, I saw that one. What does that mean?
I mean, I talk about my dogs. Yeah, I imagine so.
If anybody wants one of my dogs,
you know something to bark about. If you're really wanting to talk to somebody about dogs, Peter Kane is like a dog trainer, and Peter Kane is also the one that talks about Bigfoot, but he also does what do you call that? Automatronics. So he does like the moving like stuff you'd find at Disney World, like whatever those things are called. I can't ever remember, but yeah, he does those. Peter Kane is really good for that kind of stuff. And I saw that there was another one in here, and I'm having to scroll up because I'm slacking it really bad. And also Blake Rich says smoked beef fund. Thank you so much, Blake Rich. I appreciate that. Yes, the smoked beef fund is a really good thing because I don't like it. And then, of course, $1.99 from Something to Bark About says Happy New Year. And I'm just scrolling back up through these. So I'll get back to the live stuff here shortly. And there was also that wonderful $100 super chat that came in from, and I'm like I said, because man, you guys in chat are like awesome. And then MQSSJJ Bean Raid. Thank you, JJ Bean Raiders. I do appreciate. There it is. Hooked and Booked has become a new member. That was the one I was looking for right there, because I was like, where did that one go? I know I saw it. And I will scroll back down here. There was also a really nice $100 super chat that came in, and I wanted to get back to that one because that is the person that has my wonderful one, and I've lost it. It's disappeared on me. I can't find it. On it. That's what's so aggravating about stream this one right here.
What's going on?
12 chihuahuas. Robin has 12 chihuahuas. Something to Bark About has 12 chihuahuas. That's awesome.
That's a lot.
Man, that's you know they used to use chihuahuas to hurt cattle.
They did something very important. I can't remember what it was. So
yeah, good at hurting cattle because they couldn't see them. Just something's biting at their legs. Yeah, Willis has another channel that he's trying to get going. It's the Tubetown USA. I love it.
Oh, I'm not even on here.
Yes, the old link is the old link is not working. Let me yeah, I can do that.
I was going to say, I bet I know what happened to Willis's thing. He was on his phone, and he probably does not have a fan.
Now, see, I'm going to send it to your email because I don't think I'm friends with you on X, or maybe if I am, I don't know how. But I will send it to. I don't know. I'll send it to his email. I'll send it to his email because that's going to be the easiest way to do it for me. And where is it? Actually, I already sent it to his email, but I'll compose it again here to. I got to make sure I'm in the right email. Let me see. Compose to this. There we go. And paste. There we go. It should still be the same link. There we go. Send. Yeah, see, this is the disadvantage of being on the phone. But that link should work. Like, you should be able to hit it and it should work. That's weird. Because it's the same one. It hasn't changed.
So 2 years ago, I would do like a drive up to Dollywood, and just because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, people are asking all these questions. I'd be like, well, this is what it looks like going up here. And then all of a sudden my whole stream would go black, and found out my phone was getting too hot. And so getting a air thingy. I like to keep my phone. Yeah. I like to keep my equipment very cold.
Like to keep your junk cold.
Yeah. If I had an air conditioner, like a pants conditioner, I would probably wear pants. Would that be nice?
Yeah, it is. It would be nice. It should be.
I'm saying it wrong. Was it Cynthia Brotham? I like weirdos. Makes for fun watching. Cynthia, I'll have you know that I'm at like 150 subs from an 8-hour stream.
150 subs. There we go.
I'm so pimping myself on that because I'd like to have a. Hey, there's the man himself. Oh, look! It looks like the lighting got better too.
Yeah.
I figured your phone got hot, man. I was like, oh, he's outside. He's in Florida. I was like, it probably just needs to rest.
Right. No, Jeremy was calling in, so I just hit to respond, I'll call you back. And
Jeremy's fault. See?
Let's blame Jeremy now.
Somebody just mentioned there Kelly we were talking about earlier about the bullfights and stuff like that. The bullfights and dirt bikes is a show that I put on years ago, and it's Mexican fighting bulls. And we set them up in the middle of the arena, and we jump over the Mexican fighting bull cage. So they're fighting the bulls in the middle, and we're jumping over them. Somebody put up like a channel that I got. Like I put a video up years ago. One of those shows. It was pretty cool.
Where is this? I definitely want to look at this thing, man.
That's like another YouTube channel I had. But if you Google or for YouTube, it's bullfights and dirt bikes, and you'll see there's two of them out there.
Let me see. Bullfights and I'll look and see here. Bullfights and dirt bikes.
I should play. It's only like 2 minutes long. It's gnarly. But I made it back in the day when I had like the old 8mm cameras. And,
like 16 years ago. Here we go.
Yeah.
And if it gets me copyright struck, I don't care. Just
I'm just gonna sit there and say, well, you deserved it. By the way, Willis, whenever Shizzy's around, he says that go ahead and play something. It doesn't matter if it is the resurrection of Jesus Christ. You will get a copyright.
Yep.
What a show! Oh, it is.
Yeah, the music might get me on that one.
Oh yeah, it's already gone. It's already gone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just popular music.
Yeah, mute that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It does take away the atmosphere, but definitely don't get copyrighted.
No.
So this is the arena by my house. So now you'll see where we have the bullfighting ring in the middle, and then we're jumping over them. So now what they do? These Mexican fighting bulls, they're mean. Like you can't have them all blacked out. Like they see it, they want to attack you like this, literally.
Yeah.
And so these guys fight them and have points system, trying not to get mauled by them. And I cut out a lot of times when they did get hit by them, but that's a pretty awesome show.
Is that you right there with your hands up in the air?
No, that was my buddy. I end up hosting this show because I've done it in the past when I rode in the same show and I'm hosting it and I break my ankle. Then I gotta go back and finish hosting the show with a broken bone. So now I've learned when I'm hosting these bigger shows, I just host it and I don't ride in them. He gets nailed, but I cut it out. But yeah, and there's two of these videos out there. There's this one and another one, but it's an awesome concept. But we just never got a good sponsor behind us to keep it going.
Yeah,
but it's fun. That's me announcing there, but lots of fun. It's all green, like I said, because it's old school.
Yeah,
This
You know, it's funny. You said it's old 8mm and all that stuff. Did you guys? I don't even know how to say this. Not sound stupid. So there is a passion now for cameras of this era. Okay, and one of the things, there's a whole group of people that are like, they hate that you have to use your phone on everything. You know, you have to sign in, you have to have an account to be able to use a camera that you bought. And then there's another ones that are just like, you know, just that graininess is soul. You know, it feels different, it feels better and stuff. And so there's a company called Camp Snap, and they got started doing like a really it's a toy type a digital camera. Well, they just came out with a 8mm style of camera, and then it's like $200. It was like $150 when they were launching it. Taylor Swift has that, and she's using that one of her husband, boyfriend, fiance, whatever the guy is, football games, and those sold out the next day. So you just showed all that video. That's very Swifty, very Swifty. Willis,
very Swifty. This is a
Swift. That's funny. But yeah, no, I've heard about that.
It's a cool camera. It's a cool idea. I was like, oh man, I really like that stuff. And then I saw her do it. I was like, gone. Never.
Puts a whole nother meaning to jump in the shark.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, the cool part about having like for filming things, that's really cool. Really, like the graininess is really neat. And also now at this point in time, you've got the ability to take something that's an 8mm, because that's actually a very clear picture. The only problem is whenever you were uploading it, they didn't have the technology where you could show how clear those videos are.
Right.
That's what amazes me when they're like, Disney went back in the vault, you know, or whatever. And it's like, or like, what's the Wizard of Oz, you know, like 1930s, and it's like now in 8K. It's like, how do you? And then of course I have to, because I'm a nerd and I won't let it go. And it's like, you know, there's so many real film compared to megapixels. They have so many thousands more.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, you know, there's some number, like how much is the max, all stuff. But it's amazing though, because it's the film being cleaned up, and it's amazing how it looks. But also, like, I know on 4K stuff, like you first see it, to me, it's like, oh man, this looks like it's almost in 3D. And then I'm like, I'm glad that this TV still works. It's 1080p.
Yes.
It's weird, man.
Now my wife
vibe nowadays.
Now, whenever my wife and I, before, I think we weren't married yet, but I worked at Best Buy, and at Christmas time, they you know, if you were an employee, you could get a discount and all this kind of crap. And my wife had like this old big ass, you know, tube TV. You know, I think like 480p is about what it was.
I'm gonna clip that right before you say TV.
480p,
big ass,
big. You
just said.
Damn it!
I'm gonna clip that. That's ladies and gentlemen, that's the new intro to Shizzy Wednesday Night.
My wife has me. So she had this TV, and she goes, hey, can you get me, I want to get a TV for Christmas. That's what I would like. And I think it was 780p or something like that. And I was like, well, I'll see. And it ended up being, you know, if the TV was so inexpensive, I was like, sweet, hung the TV up. The mount on it, like Best Buy makes a killing off those mounts, because it was like so a certain percentage over like wholesale, whatever they bought it for, but they were reselling these things for like $100-200, and it cost me like $10 for the mount and crap. I was just like, geez, man, these things are expensive, and it cost me hardly nothing. We had that TV was working the day that I donated to Goodwill. I mean, the TV never lost clarity of picture, but of course it wasn't a smart TV or anything like that. It had speakers in it, had a big border, but you know, just a nice TV. They don't make good stuff anymore. It's just like you buy something and within like a few years it burns out or craps out, and
right.
like
what's the new economy? It's throwaway.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just like
But
that,
yeah,
I
they
took
want you to recycle, but it's all built to be thrown away.
Yeah. So I took a steel chainsaw to the shop to get it worked on, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty much brand new. Like, change out the piston rings, you would think it's like a 2-stroke motor. It shouldn't be that difficult. They're like, it's going to cost you more for us to do that in the labor than it would just to buy a new chainsaw. And it's
Dude,
like,
that happened. Dude, that happened to my dad. He had, I don't know what like my dad did some typical dad type stuff, right? Like for some reason, he didn't have oil in it or something, or I mean, it was something dumb. And it was a still. It was fairly new, like a year old. And I took it to the dealership, and I said, "Yeah." And then I think, it was I don't know how. Maybe he dropped it, like where the brake is, and there's a plastic shell around there.
Yeah,
right. Like that had broken. I was like, "Yeah, and can we get this replaced too?" And the guy's like, I hate to tell you this, man. Like, that's going to cost about as much as the chainsaw. And I'm like, well, then can you just duct tape it? And I go back and I go pick this thing up, and they had replaced it. They'd done everything, and it's like $280 for a $230 chainsaw. I was like, no. I see. That's not. The guy, he looks around. He just handed it to me. He said, "Yeah, just take it." I was like, "Oh, this is good." You know what the worst thing though is? Now I'm very upset that I didn't tell my dad it was $280, and I'm taking White Rabbit out to eat. That would be my super chat. No, I don't. But yeah, it's weird, man. It's stills of all things. There's still made in Germany and stuff. They have a little electric one I want that's made in Germany, and I just want it because I like German stuff. I would never have it, but it's. I'm like, come on, it's got to be good. It's made in Germany.
Well, it's like, hey, I think whenever we moved here, because my roof is low enough that and we have so many damn trees, not pine. The old place we lived in, it had a lot of pine needles, but this one has like oak and poplar and all kinds of leaves. So all fall long. We get tons of leaves, and I went and got a still like backpack blower. Like not the top end or whatever, just, like the second from the bottom, man. I see these guys out there with their little electric leaf blowers, and I'm like, they're moving one leaf off the roof, man. I'm I'm blowing them off the roof, standing on the roof, blowing them away from the house. I mean, it's just it's like, geez, man, you got to get the equipment for the job if you're going to do something like that.
Yeah, those are more stuff like your front porch. You know what I mean? Like your front porch, you blow off. You know what I mean? Not like heavy duty stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm blowing like if you were putting those like paper bags, most of my leaves stay in my yard, and then they turn into mulch. So because my wife is always growing shit. So I think. I've got three compost bins in the back where I'm constantly doing leaves and grass clippings and stuff like that. But man, I get out there and I blow it. Like if I was to fill up bags, I would have 50 of them. And that's just like on a weekend, and then come back like Monday and it's all back again, especially in the fall. So it's like, no, I'm good. I need something that can just blow a lot.
Get it all out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched any of those videos with the fake stills, the Chinese knockoffs?
Yeah.
They're freaking amazing, man.
Say
it. So it's a still chainsaw. I mean, it's a chill. It's a chilled chainsaw.
All right.
And they're imported. It's like on Temu or whatever. And some of these people, they break them apart and they're like, "Oh, look, I found a cigarette butt." And then it's like they said, "Okay, well, let's clean all this out. Let's change the oil." And it's like always oil has like remnants of machining, it seems like. You drain the gas, put it all new in there. And they're like, "Okay, so common problems like on this model of still, we'll say, they changed the carburetor or whatever to this the next year, and it's an easy and they replace a part, and they're like, oh, that fits right in. That's a perfect still fit. That's a perfect exact clone." And people are, it's like, these farm boss stills and stuff like $400, and they're like, No, you get them for $100 off Amazon. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, the Chinese gonna take over everything. So
it's just like they said, like with the Makita brand, different brands, like you'll get the Makita brand and then the Harbor Freight brand. It's the same thing. They just put a different dang sticker on it, you know?
Yeah. And then man, and that was the biggest problem with because I was a mechanic for many years, so I've got a big toolbox full of like not only Snap-on but Matco, Blue Point, I think is some of the other stuff, and there's a lot of bolts that require a ratchet, but you can't get a ratchet in there, so they make a ratcheting wrench, you know, especially like 10 millimeter and 12s and 14s, and so I went and got the Snap-on ones. They were just like, yeah, they're on sale, you know, we'll hook you up. And so I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get those. I think it was like $140 for this set of wrenches. I was like, sweet. Man, the first week I broke 4 of the wrenches, you know, because you use one end, break it off, and then you flip it around, you can ratchet it off. Right. And I was just putting it on there and ratcheting the thing off and snapping the tines inside of it. And guy was like, he comes back around the next week, and I was like, I need to replace these 3 wrenches. And he was like, oh, it's going to be like 2 weeks. He goes, how much did you spend on those wrenches? I was like, $140. He goes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the Blue Point wrenches, and then, you know, this here. He goes, because these are garbage. He goes, the Blue Point's going to last you longer. It's basically the same wrench, just with a different brand name on it. You know, you're paying for the name Snap-on. I was like, sweet, hook me up. Like, you know, it. But yeah, whenever I was building fucking engines, you're gonna sit there going, man, I have a torque wrench that is electronic. So if you've ever done like a head, you know, where you're cranking down a head, you have to go 90 you tighten it down to a certain torque, and then you have to do 90 degrees in a pattern, and you have to do it. You have to do it twice.
Like, I just wrecked the bike. I just get a new one.
True.
He's like, you see what I do?
So you have to do it twice, but the problem is getting those angles right every single time. So I got an electronic torque wrench that will take it to a certain point, and it'll be the torque. So you go around, you do your torque, and then you set it to do a 45 degree, because it's supposed to be 90 degrees in increments. And so some guy was like, it's like, why did you spend so much on that? I go, because now I don't have to think about it. All I have to do is do the work, and I'm done. You know, right. like no issues here. And it won't let me go back and do the same, mess it up, because I snapped off a head bolt, and it's no fun. It's no fun.
I know. I've had to draw out a few intake bolts on the bus. Like, yeah. Like me and mechanics, like I get mad because I want to beat it like it has feelings. You know,
yes.
If it ain't working, that's going to beat it like it has feelings.
Oh, it feels so good though, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh man, 100%.
Oh, it's so great.
100%.
Oh, it's so great. I don't know, Shizzy, how long you want to go. I'm
probably going to go.
My thing is I got that internal clock where I'm like 2 hours. I just look in there. No, so I just wanted to ask. I have one thing that popped in my head. That's the only reason why I interrupted.
Yeah.
Is Willis. What's the motorcycle, man? I mean, you're a bike rider, dude. What would you get? You're like, man, you know what? Every Kawasaki I've ever had was the greatest thing in the world. Or, I don't know, the Chayasaki coming out of Taiwan, whatever.
It depends. Honestly, man, I can only speak on dirt bikes, and really, like for me, like the Yamaha, either Honda or Yamaha would be my 2 choices. And that's on a dirt bike. Now, as far as like street bikes or choppers or anything, I really wouldn't. Whatever fits your budget.
Oh no, I'm talking about just you, like what you're professional. Like, I mean, look at me. I'm not.
No. I like Yamaha, and I like the 2-strokes because they're so easy to work on. Nowadays, you have the 4-strokes, and it's just so complicated. But now we have the electric bikes, which I'll tune you guys in after this. But
I was going to ask you about that. That was my next question, because there's a guy. He's in LA. He's got an electric motorcycle. He does like a 30-minute video, and he's like, I'm going to take you guys down here. Like, I probably shouldn't be going down this way. And he drives out like at 10 o'clock in the morning, you know? So it's like everybody's at work. He's going to be going to work, but the places he goes, there's not many people going to work. Right. And he's got a live, a stream cam on him. He records it. He goes back home, uploads it, and he's got millions of views. And you know what, man? It's like 30 minutes. I'm like, I've never been to these places in LA. God, I hope I never go to these places in LA. But it's just so cool. I'm sitting there going, man, I like to have me one of those motorcycles. I'm like, my wife wouldn't let me do that though.
Yeah, the electric ones, man. I actually rode what it's called a Stark, which is like the one that's equivalent to the race bikes. I rode one of those for the first time last week. And dude, you wouldn't believe the way this thing goes. Like, and it was only set on 40, which it goes up, it does double that. It's so instant throttle response. It's such a different world because you don't have to use there's no back brake, there's no shifter, your feet stay in one spot. It's just on and off, and you got your handbrakes, but it's just like it's like instant power. It's insane.
Oh, it's awesome.
Love it.
Well, T42 says no expert. You cannot have a motorcycle. We can't have you getting hurt. So, is there a like a clown car type of electric motorcycle you would suggest for a dummy? Is there something that with training wheels, perhaps? That would, because I really would like the idea of this. Shizzy, would it be fun? It's like, you know what? I'm going to ride over here. I'm going to go to McDonald's and take my. I would have the Shizzy mobile, like everything he emblazoned in his helmet. I'd have a big flag. I would have a little toot toot horn on the front.
Well, you can always get like a 3-wheeler.
You can't get those anymore, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have 3-wheeler motorcycles. They have the ones.
Things. You guys.
They also have the reverse 3-wheeler motorcycle. So the 2 wheels are up front, and then you have a single wheel in the back.
Yeah.
They have
real chain wheels motorcycles. You can literally get chain wheels for motorcycles.
Yeah, I saw one where the chick, whenever she pulled, because her legs are so short, they can't reach all the way down. And the training wheels, whenever she hits the brakes and the motorcycle slows down, the training wheels kick out. So it actually holds her in place. And then she drives off, the wheels come back up and yeah.
That's wild.
So now that I've completely derailed everything, the one vehicle I think is such a freaking awesome. I happen to like Batman. I'll just say this right now. And this thing, daggamn it, reminds me of the Batmobile, is that Polaris slingshot. I love those things, man. I haven't been in one, but man, I'd love to. I'd get an all black one. I probably would wear a Batman outfit and just fly down the road as fast as I could. Yeah, and then and then turn off and just go back. People will be like, that asshole's dressed like Batman. I love those things, man. And they have those in where that place up there by Dogwood, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. You can rent them and graphic all day, but
you can rent them. But I'll probably kick the stream down, and I think I want to double check before I end the stream, make sure that I've got everybody going somewhere here. See who's up and running. It looks like
tonight, like 11 or something like that. Don't forget, MG Law is going to let his wife nudicle him.
Yes, she is going to be electrifying him. Is what's going to happen. And I'm going to send you guys over to Canada First Rally in Toronto with Traveling Fun 69. He's just a chill guy. He just screws around and does a bunch of travel stuff. So go check him out. Have some fun, and I'll see you guys later. But hang out for a little bit, Willis, whenever it ends, and that way you can
be on here. Shizzy. Thanks for hanging out with me, Willis.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys. For sure, let's do it again, no doubt.
I like Willis's studio. You guys in the chat, you notice that how much better that is than the crap I've got?
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm gonna move out of my own house. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but
you could go hang out with the chipmunks in the back and the squirrels. See?
Oh my gosh, Willis, this dork underneath me here tells my wife about how there's some woman, he watched her YouTube channel in Atlanta or something. It has like a little table for like squirrels and like brings them like little plates with it. The next day we're at Ace Hardware looking for a little bird feeder table. And so now we've got little chipmunks, and then my wife sees a hawk. So you know that chipmunk has dinner now. Now it's in a mess hall. It's like she got a camouflage netting and put over the top of this thing so the hawks couldn't see it. And the Christmas, my wife put a little Christmas tree out there.
Yeah, she's having a time. Is she videoing this? Because this would be great.
Do you think she takes those videos and gives them to me? No, she should enjoy themselves. She's selfish, is what I just learned. She's selfish. She doesn't share.
I got a squirrel on the security camera at Tubetown. It's hilarious. On one of them there, I got them everywhere, but there's one of them there where he just decided, like, he's just perked up right in front of us. He's got his nut in his mouth, and it was just the funniest thing, man. It was like hilarious. It was like right in front of the camera.
I've never seen a chipmunk get fat so quickly.
Yeah.
The funny part, they really
you should just tell her, hey, you're just fattening him up for that hawk, and then just walk away.
I did say that. So she was out there. Evidently, some doves have found out that she puts bird food there. And
oh, dude, you got to put a bird. I put bird feed corn out. We have so many deer, rabbit, raccoon, like everything. It's like it's Snow White out there, literally. At nighttime, it's crazy. Like, it's cool.
And that's why you got those night fishing goggles now. You just
Speaking of those bad boys.
Look at this. Look at this.
Ever, man.
Oh, I love it.
That is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, so cool. All right, everybody. We're gonna kick you guys off of here. See you guys soon. And Willis, hang out. Don't leave. Just hang out. All right. Bye, guys.